In this video, we're going to explore the legend Onleave command in chart.js. And this is a configuration that's being used to trigger the moment you hover over something, and it might show something, but eventually when you stop hovering over it, so basically you're leaving the hover effect, at that moment something else will be triggered. And this can be, for example, if you've seen my other video where I cover the on hover effect, for which we have this one, if I show you here, right now I'm on hovering on this, but you can imagine this is all fancy. However, now you want to hide this. So how can we hide this now? How can we remove this now and create the Onleave effect? Well, let's start and explore here. So luckily, if you've seen the other video, you probably figured out we have here already a lot of things here. And if we check on this here, you can see here as well, this is the Onleave command. This is a function, it's a function. So when the mouse move event is registered outside of the previous hovered label item. Alright, so basically it's this. Right now we're hovering on here. The moment we leave this part, what happens then? This should be, for example, hidden. So we're going to explore this. But before I even continue with that, if you want to learn more about chart.js, check out my ChartJS Udemy course. You can find the link in the description box, as there we'll cover everything about chart.js. So, alright, what are we going to do here? So we have this on hover effect, and now we're going to create a comma, and then we're going to put in here an Onleave effect or function. And in here, what are we going to do? Well, basically we can do two things. First of all, we can just solve the issue that we have here. Put in this here. We put in this, and then we say here add the none. If I save this, I noticed that we have a tiny error here, and I will show you. Right now it doesn't work. We need to put in a space, and that will make it work. However, I'll just do it like this first, and later I'll show you what's the issue. Right, we save this here. So basically what we did here is we get the get element by ID, hover legend. We add up a class name, and we add now the class name dnone with space. Alright, so refresh here. You can see now when you hover over here, alright, oh, what happened? It goes quite fast, as you can see, because the hover effect, it's moving. So the moment we hover over, it shows it, it displays it, and the moment we unhover or we go away from it, you see it disappears. So what's going on here? Although I don't like it because it's like we have to go double over it. However, let's check what's going on here in the class. You can see here, if you pay attention, you will see here now there is a lot of added items in here. So the dnone block, you can see every time it's being added here. This is quite a mess. I don't recommend this kind of style. And probably right now the issue here, what we also get here, is that I want to move. The moment we hover over, this should go down here. So it doesn't give any confusion, because the reason right now, normally we are out of the hover effect. And because of that, for some reason, it jumps down, and then the HTML document cannot figure out where exactly your position is, because your mouse has just jumped away instantly without knowing it. So it creates an error here, or it creates a slight, not really a bug, but it's not the way you should do it. The user friendliness is minimal, and same here. I don't like this massive text. So if you're going back here, you can see here the hover legend right now, you cannot find it. It's on dnone, but the moment I go on the hover, you can see here now it becomes dnone d-block. So what happens is the dnone becomes non-effective because it creates a new class which is longer. And of course, Bootstrap, I'm using Bootstrap here, does not understand this. It says this is not a class that we have. Alright, so let's play around and solve two issues here. Number one is the issue here that we have all of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy all of this. I'll go down here, and I'm going to indicate here. I don't do a plus. We just add up here this. So we say overwrite every class name we have and assign new class name, which is this one here. Alright? And what we want to do here on the block is basically we're going to overwrite everything. Well, we get everything here plus block. That's it. So once we save this, the first thing that we solve is our tiny error or our tiny item here. So if you go back here, you can see now it's Alright, it works. There's no more added classes. It doesn't add thousands of classes as we keep on hovering over. It just keeps it clean with 3 classes max. Alright, that's problem number 1 we solved. So, okay, the next one is, of course, we did the onleave, which is matched with the hover now. What we want to do is we want to move this div element more to the bottom. So I'm going to remove this here. Alright. And then we set it here below under the chart canvas. Save this, go back here, refresh, and now you will see, oh, as you can see, this is correct. So now this is exactly what I want, but you can see here, this one here is not that really user friendly. However, we see this, it shows, you see that, alright. So it does work. Basically, it does work too perfect compared to before. The other option would probably be better somehow, except for the jumping. But you can see this is basically the way it works. It's almost like a tooltip. If you have like a tooltip, you're here and then let's move away. There you are. That's basically what you're doing here. And this is the way you can play around with it. We can make this slightly nicer. Let's make this a bit more nicer because I don't like it here. Let's put it down here underneath the card. Save this. Refresh. Now if we hover over it. Alright, wait, I want to make the card, or I'll just give this hover legend here. Oh no, I will give the card here a margin bottom 3, and the reason why I'm doing that is that I have to assign it here in the Javascript. So now it should work exactly as desired. Alright, you can see here. And this is the way it works. I don't like it really that much, of course, but if you maybe open up like this, here if you scroll down, it's slightly unuser friendly. I would probably suggest to put it somewhere, but assign a space for that so that it will not jump like this, because this creates, as you can see here, you get these crazy effects here where it's just like it's shaking. However, this is basically the way how you can use the onleave matching together with the on hover effect. Together with them, they are basically a great way to show data in your chart.js without drowning your user with a lot of text. Alright, so if you have any questions regarding this, put them in the comment section below. If you like this kind of videos, subscribe to my channel. But definitely, if you really enjoy this kind of chart.js videos and you really want to get good at chart.js, check out my Udemy course. You can find the link in the description box below.